prettier mother. You are a clever, handsome woman, and in your portrait I hope to capture the keen intelligence behind your bright eyes. I'm flattered by Master Holbein's recognition of me as an intelligent woman, and I warm to him. Come next week, Master Painter, and you can begin your sketches. I say, but mind, my sister will go into seclusion by the calends of September, so I cannot sit for you after that. We can at least make a beginning, my lady, he says, then bows, and gathers up his drawings. Chapter 1. Kexby, Yorkshire. December 1534. Dark falls early in the afternoon. It has been a long journey from the city to Yorkshire in deep winter. At last the moated manor house of Kexby rises through the creeping mist. It's a mysterious rambling building, surrounded by trees and hills. Kexby Manor was given to myself and my now deceased husband Anthony by King Henry on our wedding day. It had belonged to Cardinal Wolsey, and so I have expected great comfort. Anthony told me Kexby had once long ago belonged to his own family. After we wed, he said we should settle there and make it our home. I objected, saying it was too distant from Wolf Hall, too far from Queen Anne's court and my friends. I knew that Anthony liked the new Queen of England, Anne Boleyn, and hoped his admiration for her might persuade him to settle in the city, not far from the centre of a courtier's world. I wanted to be closer to my sister, Jane, and the maidens who had been my companions in the Queen's chambers before my father decided I was to wed this much older man, a widower. Anthony had told me firmly that we would come south regularly. He wanted me to be happy at Kexby, and that his decision was made. He reminded me that the Cardinal had ordered the whole interior of the Kexby Manor House to be refreshed, even arranging for a fireplace to be built in the upper hall, the central hearth demolished in the lower hall, and for walls to be oak-panelled in the bedchamber and in the great parlour. We would establish ourselves in the north. However, we never lived in the north after all, for Anthony was posted to the castle of Montorgueil on the island of Jersey, from where he would govern the island. I was only 15 years old when our son Henry was born a year later. I was pregnant again when Anthony took a sudden pain to his heart. My own heart was broken after he was struck down on a windy October morn. I had come to care for him, despite the difference in our age. Mine was not a passionate love such as poets speak of, but a deep affection, born of calm and mutual respect. My kindly husband was buried on the island. It was clear that I must secure my widow's portion of Kexby Manor and a merchant house in York. It pained me to leave my small boy on Jersey, in the castle bailiff's care, though I understand it is not sensible to travel during midwinter with a tiny child while pregnant with another. I passed a week during Christmastide at Greenwich with Queen Anne, who was very kind to me, and with my unwed sister Jane, still one of her ladies. Jane could not persuade me to remain for long at the Christmas court, for my husband's death is too recent for such festivities. I could not enjoy the continual music-making, mumming and dancing at Greenwich, so I departed for the north on New Year's Day. Otherwise, I thought to myself, I'll run out of money, and have no dwelling other than my own family's home at Wolf Hall, in Wiltshire. My father would soon marry me off again. I decided then to make my own way in life. If I ever remarry, it will be to a man of my own choosing. We ride into the courtyard. Myself, my lady called Madeline, 2 female servants, and my 6 guardsmen. Stable boys come racing over the slippery cobbles to help with our horses. I had ridden most of the way north, sheltering from bitterly cold.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.